Hi, this is Todd with ESOTERIC Car Care. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new GYEON Syncro coating kit. GYEON Syncro is a brand new for 2018 coating. GYEON's come out with a variety of new products for 2018. This is one that's got a lot of excitement just because of what it represents, where it kind of fits into the marketplace. This one is designed really for both professionals and enthusiasts. It's not part of their certified program. There's a couple of packages that they have that only certified detailers can get their hands on and install it. This one, anybody can buy it. And what it is a two-part system. You've got a base coat and you've got a top coat to it. And with the base coat, it is GYEON Mose. That's kind of the staple product that goes with most of their coatings, even on their high-end ones at the same time. And I did a lengthy video on GYEON Mose that you can go back and look at. Even though the formula's changed a little bit for 2018, it's still the same basic product that you get. So you might want to watch that. That's a very extensive video, goes into a lot of detail about it. But with this one, you've got your base coat that is Mose, and then you've got a new top coat that's called Skin. And you take a look from the kit that comes in here, you get everything that you need. You've got your Mose, you've got Skin, you've got Cure, which is a maintenance product for it that you'll use. You've got your applicators, a mask, instructions, everything is in there. So it's a nice complete kit. The only other things that you'll need to have is you'll need to have a nice selection of microfiber towels for the removal of the product, and you definitely want at the very least to get GYEON Prep. That is for prepping the surface prior to doing your coating. Now, it's always best if you go in and you polish the paint first to get it looking its best before you apply a coating, but it's not necessary. You may have a car that's already in really good shape. You want to apply some coating to it. You can just start off, this would be about as little effort as you need, is to go in there with prep, clean everything off, because the cleaner the surface beforehand, the better the bond that you're going to get with it. Now let's talk a little bit about the application process of this. With the updates on Mose, I said it's the same basic product that it was before, but what I found when I did some testing with it, it's a little bit easier to apply. You get a little bit more time on the removal of it. Still, if you read the instructions, they say, recommend removing it between 10 and 30 seconds. You don't have to do one tiny little area and quickly wipe it off. You can do half a door, then do removal, and do the other half of the door. You don't want to stretch it out where you're doing like a complete hood at a time. If you've got a smaller hood, you can do it in halves. If you've got a great big hood, I probably break it up into fours, where you do your application and you do your removal. And with this, they recommend that you have minimum of 2 layers of Mose as your base. Then you're going to go in with your top layer of Skin. You can do upwards of 3 layers. So minimum 2, maximum 3 of Mose as your base. That is your hard coating that's going on the bottom. Then Skin is the softer coating that's going to provide your hydrophobic properties, your slickness to it, and adds quite a bit of gloss at the same time. So the Mose went down real simple, and then we waited. They recommend an hour between your applications of Mose. Then between your Mose layer and your Skin layer, you want 4 hours minimum between. So you want to judge your time, judge your day accordingly. And if it's a situation where you're putting your Mose on at the end of the day, you can come back in the morning and apply Skin. You don't want the car to be outside or anything in the meantime. A little common sense there. But the Skin application of it, that's where it gets fun, because the stuff is so ridiculously easy to work with. And it is so insanely slick. Try saying that 3 times fast. It's very slick, very nice product to work with. The removal couldn't be any easier. No muss, no fuss. I can do, say, 1 section. I think I even stretched it out to do 2 sections, did 2 doors at a time, and then did removal. Now granted, it's December here in Ohio, and out in the shop it's about 70 degrees. You get in the summertime with higher humidity, you're going to want to bring those times down a little bit. With all the coatings, the difference between cooler temperatures and hotter temperatures with higher humidity, that affects your removal process and your removal time. But We had a good friend of ours and former student Bradley Nielsen from Sleek Auto Spa down in the Orlando, Florida area up here last week. He was helping us out on a lot of different projects. We got to work with this product for the first time. We had a Porsche Cayenne, that brand new one that we were doing some prep work to. I really couldn't have found it to be any easier. And then I asked Bradley what he thought of it. He just smiled and said this was the easiest coating that he's ever applied, and was absolutely loving it. So for us here, easy is good. We don't like working with coatings that require a lot of effort. If you're like us and you like a real slick finish, you like a crazy water beading characteristics, self-cleaning characteristics, that's what Synchro provides. Now granted, we haven't had the opportunity to do long-term testing because it just came out, but the initial thought process of the application was really easy to work with. It provided great looks to the car. I mean, it's a white car that we did it on, and it still had a very nice gloss to it once it was all said and done. Are there any shortcomings with it? Well, it depends on what your definition of shortcoming is. You do have to spend a bit of time because you're looking at minimum of 3 coats, 2 base coats of Mohs and 1 top coat of skin. And if you want to go a little bit more durability, you're probably going to get about 2 years durability out of this. But if you want to go with more, you put on a 3rd layer. It's an hour between coats on Mohs, and it's a minimum of 4 hours waiting till you do the skin. In some situations, some people just don't have that much time to deal with. If you've got the time to invest, it's not really that big of a deal. Also keep in mind when you're going through your towels, each layer that you put on there, you're going to go through 2 towels. So I'm going to lay down Mohs. I'm going to use 2 towels. I'm going to have my first towel, my second towel for wiping it off. And then afterwards, I'm going to pitch them. Second layer goes down. I have 2 more towels. Pitch them. 3rd layer goes down with skin. I'm going to use 2 towels and I'm going to pitch them. As I've talked about in other coating videos, could you potentially immediately put them in a bucket of water and then wash them right away so you don't have to throw them away? Sure, you could, but you really want to risk having any kind of problems. Once that coating gets dried up on here, it crystallizes, it's just going to scratch things up. So for us, it's just a cost of doing business. We would rather be confident knowing that we don't have any issues potentially down the road. So you're going to go through 6 towels on it. You have to do 3 layers. You're going to spend a bit of extra time. But if you've got that time or you want to invest it, I think it's going to really pay off. It's enjoy to work with. Looks fantastic on it. And with the updated formulas on there, I know GYEON's been working a lot on their coatings. The performance should be spectacular as it is with the rest of them. Well, I think that's about all on the new product. If you have any questions on it, make sure and leave it down in the comments below. Hit that like button, share our videos accordingly, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're constantly updating with new videos on detailing tips, tools, and techniques. That's about all for today. For GYEON Syncro, Esoteric Car Care, I'm Todd Cooperrider. Thanks. See you again next time.